Why do people say yes? Why do we trust strangers, follow crowds, obey authority, and make decisions we later regret? Every day, human behavior is shaped by invisible psychological forces. We like to believe our choices are rational and independent, but science tells a different story. Our decisions are influenced by emotion, social pressure, mental shortcuts, and subconscious triggers. The science of influence is a study of how thoughts, feelings, and behaviors can be shaped, sometimes ethically and sometimes manipulatively. From marketing and politics to business, relationships, and everyday conversations, influence is everywhere, and the people who understand it often have the most power. Influence is not always manipulation. Manipulation is influence used unfairly or deceptively for personal gain. Influence itself can be positive. A teacher influences students to learn. A leader influences people to take action. A doctor influences patients to make healthier choices. The difference lies in intention and honesty. But whether used ethically or not, influence works because human minds follow predictable patterns. One of the most powerful principles of influence is reciprocity. Humans feel obligated to return favors. If someone gives us something, help, a gift, attention, kindness, we naturally feel pressure to give something back. This is why businesses offer free samples, free trials, and free content. Once you receive value, saying no becomes harder. Smart salespeople understand reciprocity deeply. Even small favors can create a sense of obligation. Another major principle is commitment and consistency. People like to stay consistent with what they have already said or done. Once someone commits to a small action, they are more likely to agree to a larger one later. This is called the foot-in-the-door technique. For example, if someone signs a small petition, they may later donate money to the cause. People want their actions and identity to align. Consistency feels safe and logical. Social proof is another key influence principle. Humans look to others to decide what is correct. If many people believe something, we assume it must be true. If many people buy something, we assume it must be good. Reviews, testimonials, trending products, and viral videos all use social proof. Crowds influence behavior. This is why people laugh when others laugh, clap when others clap, and follow trend without questioning them. Authority is one of the strongest forms of influence. Humans are conditioned to obey authority figures. Titles, uniforms, expertise, and confidence increase trust and compliance. Doctors influence patients. Bosses influence employees. Celebrities influence fans. Even fake authority works. A confident tone, professional clothing, or impressive language can make someone seem credible. People often obey authority without critical thinking. Liking is another major factor. People say yes to people they like. We are more easily influenced by those who are attractive, friendly, similar to us, or who give compliments. Similarity builds trust. Shared interests create connection. Compliments create warmth. This is why skilled salespeople build rapport before selling. People buy from people they like. Scarcity increases influence because people fear missing out. When something seems limited, rare, or time-sensitive, it feels more valuable. Only 3 left. Offer end tonight. Limited edition. Scarcity creates urgency. Urgency reduces logic. People act emotionally to avoid loss. In psychology, loss often feels stronger than gain. Another principle is framing. The way information is presented changes decisions. Saying 90% success rate feels more positive than 10% failure rate. The facts are identical, but perception changes. Politicians, marketers, and negotiators use framing constantly. The mind reacts to how information feels, not just what it is. Anchoring is another hidden force. The first number or idea presented becomes a mental reference point. If a product is first shown at 20,000 Indian rupees and then discounted to 10,000 Indian rupees, it feels cheap, even if 10,000 Indian rupees is expensive. The first piece of information shapes future judgment. In negotiations, the first offer often anchors a discussion. Emotion is central to influence. People make decisions emotionally and justify them logically. Fear, excitement, guilt, hope, and desire all shape behavior. Advertisements sell feelings, not products. Political speeches create emotion before logic. Manipulators create emotional highs and lows to control people. Emotion moves people faster than facts. Repetition also influences the mind. The more often we hear something, the more familiar it feels. Familiarity creates trust. This is known as the illusion of truth effect. Repeated messages feel true, even if false. This is why propaganda, slogans, and brand messages are repeated constantly. Storytelling is one of the oldest influence tools. Stories capture attention, create emotion, and make ideas memorable. Facts inform. Stories persuade. A personal story can influence more than statistics because stories create emotional connection. Great leaders, speakers, and marketers use stories to inspire action. Nonverbal communication also shapes influence. Body language, tone of voice, eye contact, and posture affect trust and authority. A confident posture creates presence. A calm voice creates credibility. Smiling builds comfort. Strong eye contact signals confidence. Often, how something is said matters more than what is said. So how do you protect yourself from negative influence? Awareness is the first defense. Notice when someone uses urgency, fear, guilt, or social pressure. Slow down decisions. Ask questions. Verify facts. Be cautious of authority without evidence. Separate emotion from logic. Think critically before agreeing. Understand your own biases and emotional triggers. The science of influence is powerful because human behavior is predictable. We all want to belong. We all fear loss. We all seek certainty. We all respond to emotion. Those who understand these principles can shape decisions, build trust, inspire action, or manipulate minds. Influence is neither good nor bad by itself. It is simply power. And like all power, it depends on who uses it and why.